everyone. Welcome to Near Mid Condition, a channel where you can be part of a positive, honest community and lay claim to some comic book knowledge. I'm the Astonishing Melanie. This is the Uncanny Omar. So together we are Omni.
How's everybody doing?
That's what I was going to say. How's everybody doing? Morning, James.
Yeah, hopefully everybody's
Max
okay.
is asking, what's slapping, hotties?
What's slapping the bass? Slapping the bass?
Excuse me. I've never heard you say that.
I hate
that
thing. Dumb. Hey, Hamza, how are you? How is everybody? Yeah. And what if Volume 2 comes out the second week of December? I just had it up here because I was starting to read it.
Yeah. So thank you, Nick. This is one of our favorite.
Yeah, it's a lot. We love these shirts.
They're starting to kind of crack. You can't see, but crack with the design on it.
Hey, Mark. Yeah, Taylor put us on Blue Sky. Shout out to Taylor Talks Comics. He's our social media guy, and he put us on Blue Sky too. So now we're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Blue Sky, and TikTok. But TikTok isn't really social media. Whatever Tina's doing.
Bro, I have a student who loves arcade, and she highly suggested it.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
One day I shall watch it.
I'm waiting to get my Tommy was suggesting we binge watch it next Friday because season 2 just dropped.
What is the What If book based on your favorite animated show, Omar?
No, I hate that show. No, I don't like that show.
Oh, thank you, James.
I love Scribble Mods. That's that was a fun game.
Oh, Jim's watching arcade.
Making
dinner right now. What you making, Jim?
Hey.
Oh, but are you on MySpace?
You know what? We could be. How is MySpace?
Does it still exist? I don't know.
How is MySpace not back? Has that generation not gotten old enough to miss it?
I am almost done with Monster, the manga by I can't remember his name.
Urasawa.
Thank you. I've got just like a few chapters left. I'm on the last volume. I think I pretty much got to the climax, the ending, and it's gotta have the resolution and stuff. Good morning, Omni. Omar, you look tired. Did you spend the night fighting the Netflix buffering like a lot of Gen Xers?
Nope. I read.
Chicken kebab.
I think you're talking about the Mike Tyson and oh my gosh, I'll be honest with you, I don't even know that dude's name. I know it's not Paul Walker.
Oh, there was a fight?
Yeah, the influencer. Jake Paul?
That sounds like a name of an influencer.
Right? Like Jake Paul, thank you.
We're so out of it.
Yeah, I didn't care.
Okay.
I was like, I do. Like he's, I think that guy's 20-something and Mike is 50, and he challenged him to a boxing match. I don't even know the outcome. I don't know. Jake Paul. Thank you.
I like 20th Century Boys better, and also like Asadora better. But his artwork is gorgeous, so I kept reading Monster. But I like 20th Century Boys way better.
Pluto for me. I love Pluto.
I haven't read
That's my favorite.
You met Tony Fleeks a week ago? Oh, and you were wearing your NFC shirt. I walked up. He said, "Hey, you're a Minty." Oh, that's so awesome. I'm glad you got to meet him.
Tony is a good guy. I really like talking. I'd love to have him back on the show. Kyle Starks is joining me on the show in December, though. We have been talking about it for a while. Yeah, the whole thing was more of a spectacle than a fight, was it?
Yeah. Sorry, I just said resolution. Thank you for the super chat.
For the super chat, yes. Do you know the DC's finest collections will also be available digitally? So far, they aren't. Also, do you know when Titans will release digital versions of their classic Conan collections? Keep being
sexy like Batman doing the Batusi.
I know that when I talked to Titan, they said they were gonna look into, because this was after I had the gentleman in interview, both from Heroic Legend or Heroic Signature and Titan. Both of them said that they're going to look into doing digital. DC's finest, I have asked that question, but I haven't heard a word. So I don't know. As soon as I hear something, I will, I'll let people know. Because you're not the first one that has asked about the digital versions of those DC finest books.
MD, congratulations. I'm finally shipping myself off to my screenwriting program, so I'll miss stream after a month or so. But I want to say thank you for making Saturdays easier to get through. Congratulations. That's awesome. Oh, you
screenwriting. What are you going to be writing? I impulse bought Gotham Central Omnibus because it was on sale, despite having it all in trade. You made a good decision, though. So good.
There's a question up here about not Deadpool.
About Jake
Daredevil.
Paul. Please
Daredevil.
Don't ask me about Jake Paul.
What's the status of reprint of Daredevil by McKay trade being reprinted since it's not in chips?
They know about it, and I've let them know. I'll send a reminder. Right now, they're going through a lot of changing the epics and the Omni schedule. That's why you haven't seen any announcements yet. Hopefully, I'll be doing some of those soon. But I did have a really good conversation with Image Comics yesterday. It was a really good conversation, and one that makes me feel like, starting a good relationship with them. So
yeah, that's
talking about
encouraging.
Yeah, talking about
heartening.
It helps. It helps when my contact over at Image is familiar with what I do here on Near Mint Condition. And he was like, I think, we found the perfect outlet to let people know about these collected editions. So we talked about things that are coming, and hopefully get to do some breaking news for them, and hopefully taking polls one day for reprints of hardcovers that people want. But yeah, so, knocking on wood.
Ben. That's really cool. The new Dick Tracer trade. Do you know anything about what's going on? What's going to be included? The descriptions have been vague for what I see.
The new series? I don't. That's a Mad Cave series, right? I don't know what's in it completely.
Does anyone know what happened to Boone's The Woods Deluxe release? It was supposed to come out on Tuesday, but all typical sites still have it as a pre-order.
I think it comes out next week. It was delayed till next week.
Chuck's asking, what's your favorite of the finest so far? I just finished a Golden Superman book and loved it.
I gotta go with Batman Year 1 and 2. That's like, wow. Like, to have those stories in chronological order, it's amazing. That. Superman Golden Age, I didn't have a problem reading volume 1 of the Omnibus. It was when I got to like volumes 2 and 3 that I'm like, wow, I think I'm reading the same thing over and over again. But you know what? To each their own. There are people that love that era, so that's awesome.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, thank you so much, Gorgrim. I hope you're doing good.
And did you find out about Marvel's?
I did not.
Okay.
You were asking me about the Return of the Living Pharaoh book, right? But I mean, Marvel had a big corporate meeting down in Florida, so I knew that I wouldn't find out anything. Wait, Omar, I haven't watched Arcane yet.
So Barbara's gonna ask. Yeah, we do stream when Arcane ends with Amanda.
Yeah. Wait, is it not coming out all at once? Because good for Netflix that they don't drop it all at once. That's awesome. But something else is taking precedence. Cobra Kai season 6 part 2 is out. So
it is.
I'm gonna be.
And we just watched Karate Kid on Monday.
Yeah, I'm gonna be binge watching that. Good morning, Omar and Melanie. Hey, Chris, how are you, my friend? It is a cold, brisk morning in Charlotte, North Carolina. Question: what video game or another IP should be adapted into a comic book or graphic novel? Well, they've got some of my favorites already, right? Like Street Fighter, Darkstalkers, Mega Man has come out. What's a good IP that I enjoy?
Final Fantasy X.
Final Fantasy 6 would be great.
Oh yeah,
that's a good answer. But Final Fantasy has had manga. I'm gonna go with Strider. Okay. I love those video games. I was like, well, Double Dragon, I like that, but then I forgot about the live action movie, and there was a cartoon of Double Dragon. But yeah, I would go with Strider. I love Strider, the video game. It's one of my favorites. Bionic Commando. And Bionic Commando, not with Arnold Schwarzenegger, but I don't know who I would cast. Who looks really good with sunglasses?
Oren.
That's not a real person. Good evening or morning, good people. Having some dinner, coloring my pages, and having you up on the tube. Time to relax a bit. It's so good to see you, Novar.
It's a 2-year program, the screenwriting program.
I will develop 4 movies and 4 shows in that time. Like Chip Zdarsky said, I wouldn't write if I don't get paid for it. But it's a great program. State funded, strong out. Dude, that's wonderful, man.
Congratulations.
I hope to review your stuff one day. And more importantly, I hope I like it. Yeah, right? It's like, hope to review your stuff, and it's great.
We got another super chat. But first, Omar, Miss Marvel 2 or She-Hulk for best fill-in Fantastic Four member. Both were on the team for a long time. In fact, Miss Marvel was on the team.
She was on the team for 50 issues. Yeah,
Wow.
she's the one that became She-Thing. Is that what we call her? She-Thing, or just Miss Thang? We can't call her Miss Thang. No, I gotta go with She-Hulk. That was a huge game changer because it was during Secret Wars, and they were like, "Oh, the Thing is not coming back to our world. We have She-Hulk," and you're like, "What?" Yeah, I gotta go with She-Hulky.
Thank you, Dylan, for the super chat.
Oh, you haven't seen or read the comics, Dylan? Thank you for the super chat. Just finished Sandman Lucifer, and I've considered reading the comics. How different are the shows and comics? I will say Sandman is very, very similar to the show because, you know, Gaiman oversaw the script. He was one of the showrunners, and it's almost like Melanie was sitting down like doing a comparison as we're watching the show with her comics.
There's that panel. Oh, there's that panel.
That's turning page. So it is very close. The Lucifer show is different. It is closer than the Constantine movie, but it is still different. It's not as gritty. It's not as I said Constantine movie. I'm sorry about that. Lucifer is different than the comic book. The comic books is a lot more supernatural and has a lot more like religious horror aspects to it. And I'll be honest with you, I did not finish all of Lucifer, the TV show. I only watched like the first 5 episodes, but people seem to like it, right? Just like people like the John Constantine show too. But it is different than the Vertigo comic. Absolutely. Is
Joshua, you awake? Are awake. Thank you for the super chat. And
unless it's a bot.
Leon loves saying, "Glad to see you're back." And Omni Rob, I'm going to be filming this weekend overview of the Sailor Moon box set. Omar asked me to because I love Sailor Moon so much. She's my hero.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it justice as Melanie. Melanie would do it justice. So that's her baby. So I thought
the other Rob, start collecting the new reprints after the second volume, and instead went to the Eternal route. Oh, isn't that gorgeous?
Well, Eternal route,
but that box set looks beautiful. I haven't opened it yet. Should I just open it like live, like or
live?
You mean know what I mean?
Like get like a live reaction out of you?
Yeah, yeah.
I've done that before.
Yeah, but it's still wrapped in the.
I've done that with books that like special editions of books that I've done. That I've read over and over, that I know the story so much, but I want to know what's included in the special editions, right?
Gotcha. Maybe I'll do that.
Hey Dana, how are you?
Somebody was asking earlier about shoot, I forgot. Sorry.
Okay. That was a good question.
Yeah. And let's get back down to the chat.
We already have Miss Thang with Mexican Gwen Stacy. I saw that bar.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You ain't it, Miss Thang. Starting the day with a certain mix-a-lot. Nice, yeah.
So what you're saying is that you have seen the Sandman show, or is it if you have seen the Sandman show, you do not need to read the comics? I'm gonna flip this table over, Final Shadow. No, oh my gosh.
To me, reading things like Sandman and Alan Moore's Swamp Thing is more of an experience than actually reading it.
Yes.
Seriously, I'm not.
It's more of an intimate experience.
Now, to some people, of course, that's hyping it up. Like they're like, "Oh, that's a big hype." But I think a lot of stories do live up to the hype. 9 times out of 10, I think people are like, "Oh, I see what everybody else sees." Every once in a while, not every story is for everybody. Sometimes I've seen people that don't like Sandman. I've seen people that don't like Alan Moore's Swamp Thing. I've seen it in my comments, and it's just like, but it means something to me. So
I'd say if you liked the show, oh, you're going to definitely like the comic. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the Sailor Moon box set, I don't think it's hardcover. I haven't opened it.
No, they should.
Box set 1, and it's just the original run.
I think it's the Eternal editions of the original, like the original Eternal editions, all in one box set. Which we
find out.
Which I don't know why they don't do it in hardcover. Hey, Melanie and Omar. Omar, good to see you back, bub. Do you think they will reprint Lee and Claremont or combine it into a future reprint?
Thank you for the super chat.
So this is a 2-part question. Do I think they will combine? Do I think they'll reprint it? Absolutely, they will reprint it when it gets voted. When you all do the voting, we got it reprinted before. We'll get it reprinted again. Do I think it will be combined in a future reprint? I think when we get to future volumes of Uncanny X-Men, oh yeah, it's going to be differently mapped. What will it be like? Volume 1 should be probably, or I'm sorry, Claremont and Jim Lee Volume 1 will probably turn into like Uncanny X-Men Omnibus Volume 8 or 9, right? Once we get there, it's going to double dip, right? Because we know they're collecting Uncanny X-Men in chronological order. They're using the same scans as the Marvel Masterworks. So that Mutant, I can't wait till we get to the Mutant Massacre. I know people already have it, right? But the Mutant Massacre Masterworks are beautifully restored compared to the Omnibus. There's nothing wrong with the Omnibus, but they got the color corrections right. They got everything right with the Masterworks.
John has a super chat. Thank you, John.
Thank you, John. What in detail is a new type, and what in particular can they all do? Who said I can
hard questions?
A new type? Are you talking about the magazine new type?
Yeah, that's what I think, but it's not capitalized, so I don't.
What is a new type?
What in particular can they all do? Is this a type of character?
Ride giant robots. That final answer.
John, we need some more
John,
info.
the freaking hard questions, man. Hey, Bobby, how are you, buddy?
How are you doing? So we stayed with Bobby and Troy when we went to New York Comic Con. And it was like staying at a bed and breakfast. It was such a lovely experience. And Bobby's library of comic books is amazing. And it's just, they're just terrific people. We had so much fun.
I was about to text Bobby last night and then realized, oh, it's 11:45. I don't want to text him at 11:45 at night. But I was thinking about him and seeing how they were doing. But it's good to see you. And yes, Delano's. I just did my overview this week. I think it comes out on Monday finally.
Reading Delano's Hellblazer Omni right now, and the Rick Bitch
issues
something are nice. Next arc after Moore's incredible run.
It's so fun, like how Constantine plays a part in that storyline. I don't want to spoil what happens, but I do a little bit in my overview of like why he plays an important part.
You're usually up to 1 p.m., Bobby.
That's something like that. Toxic. Somebody was asking about the Toxic Avenger. There was a cartoon. Oh, not a cartoon. There was a Toxic Avenger comic book. Yeah, it was based on the cartoon.
Oh, thank you, Bun. I try to say Ben and Bunk at the same time. I'm like, am I getting on people's nerves? Am I getting my husband's nerves? Well, I'm like, new type magazine, Blast of the Past. He said Gundam.
Yeah, you ride a robot.
Wait, so is that the answer?
Well, that's what it's based on, the new type magazine. That's why you always see robots on there, like Evangelion, like writing. I don't think they did classic stuff, right? Like they never did like Messenger Z and things.
I don't remember what the question was. What was the
question John.
New type. What is a new type, and what can you do in them? So it's a Gundam, and you can fight.
Yeah,
but I'm just trying to answer John's question.
What version of Gundam is your favorite? What's your favorite Gundam series? Are you a Gundam Wing girl?
I've never watched any of them.
You've never seen a single Gundam?
No, I mean I know what they are, and I'm sure I've seen snippets of Cartoon Network, like flip it through, but I never watched it.
Oh, I would take you as a Gundam Wing girl, because a lot of people your age are Gundam Wing fans.
Is it got the gay boys? Which one's that? I'd probably pick that one.
Yes, the pretty boys.
Yes, yeah. Okay, I'll pick the Gundam Wing.
I like Stardust Memory. That was my favorite. Stardust Memory, the original Gundam. And I wasn't like it wasn't like I was old enough to appreciate that because that was coming out when I was a baby. But
you were a baby.
I like that and Stardust Memory 0083. And there's a special place in heart for the G Gundam series. I like G Gundam. That was good. Oh, I like Young Omar. Now that you have help, will you put out more reading orders? Still waiting on Tea Times. Thank you. Yeah, I plan on getting back to those soon. I know I've been saying that for a while, but Dom and I have been talking, and he's taking over some parts of the channel. Not everything, of course. But he is doing like the DC's Finest kickoff stuff. He's doing the indie solicitations. He wants to start doing the DC trades, which is or solicits, which is completely fine by me. I have given him my blessing. He gives me a little bit more time. Lately, it's given me more time to do things I need to do mentally. losing my dad has really impacted my life, my everyday life, my every hour, if you will, and it's taken a toll on me. I know I at least I think I hide it well when I'm doing videos, because that is like professional mode. That's me, getting lost in the things that I love to talk about. But behind the scenes, it has been a wreck. And I know that, my wonderful wife has been a rock. My kids have been great, but it's not just taking care of me. I have to take care of my mom too, because she's dealing with it rough, just like I am. I mean, they were together for 50 years, and that is a long time to be with the love of your life. So I have to make sure that she's okay, and so that's what Dom is helping me with right now. But yes, reading orders is something that I need. I want to go back to.
Thank you, Maximum, for the super chat. If you ever decide to retire from collecting, you can always sell your books and get yourself a fully loaded luxury Batmobile.
I'll get a fully loaded Winnebago that is shaped like the Batmobile, and Melanie and I will go cross country.
And then you would just put more comics.
And I'll put more comics in there.
Yeah, that's what. Thank you, Summoner.
Thank you.
Is
buddy.
the Green Lantern Green Arrow run better to have an absolute or Omni editions?
The Omni editions is more complete. If you love Neil Adams' artwork, absolutely go for the oversized absolutes. However, there is a misprint in the absolutes. I think I showed it on my overview where 2 of the pages are switched around. But I think that was the only misprint I remember having in it. Good morning, Omar. I thought I'd ask if any of Jason Zaire's Wolverine comics were worth reading. Also, on the topic of Sandman, have you read Batman King of Fears? Kelly Jones' book, right? I haven't yet. Why haven't I read that? Oh, because I have a stack of giant books. I do want to read it though. That was that book, and there was another book I thought about this week. I'm like, oh, I haven't even ordered that yet. I need to get it because I'm filming my haul. I haven't done a haul video in months.
Bar said 84 years. You haven't done a haul video in 84 years, is what she said.
She called me out. Okay. I'm filming it today, and I'll edit it, and I'll go live tomorrow.
Seasonal Shadow. Did you draw that? Is that something
from
something? It looks good. I like it.
I love Wolverine and the X-Men. I wasn't the biggest fan of Aaron's Wolverine, like his Weapon X or his Wolverine series. I thought it was just okay. I actually really like Wolverine and the X-Men. War in the Pocket is great too. That's one of my favorite OVAs.
When's Dom gonna get an AMA? So when
that would be fun.
When's the
AMA had to be moved to Saturday. I think it's next Saturday. No, next Sunday, the 24th. I'll have to double check. I can double check here. And I think
tomorrow at 2 p.m. And just a couple hours beforehand, I will post a Zoom link on Patreon for a book club. We're going to discuss Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. Such a fun title to say. And it's a very creepy comic 6-issue series. There's going to be a second arc coming out, so I'm excited for that. And you can join us if you're on the $7.77 tier on Patreon. Like I said, I'll post a Zoom link for us to talk about tomorrow.
Yeah, so it is going to be November 24th.
Sunday,
at 12 p.m. Eastern time.
So
that's when it's going to be, because we had we let our Patreons vote for those, but we also had some family things coming up. My mom she's handling it as best as she can, which is it's not good.
But she went to California this week, so that's good.
Yeah,
with
she
your
did.
brother. Yeah,
she hasn't
went to the zoo. And...
My mom hasn't traveled in.
Yeah.
Jeez, it's been years because she's been taking care of my dad.
Yeah. I'm proud of her. I know it's hard. Thank you, Josh. Elaine, did you pick up the special single?
She did.
A single issue story con exclusive from Patrick. No, I didn't.
What? Oh, yeah.
Maybe he was out. Kane, are you in the chat? You were there with me. Why didn't I get it? What I did get was 3 variant cover signed, and I was like, oh, should have just gotten one. That was mighty expensive. Well, dang it! I wish I had. He was a lovely fellow. Oh, this is James. That's a good idea. Maddie, I'm Dollar Tail Talk Joy. Yes, I will. Thank you. Thank you. I will ask them. Oh, that would be a good sequel name. I don't think that's a sequel.
No,
name.
the sequel was announced at New York Comic Con.
Oh, it's called Above the Sky in Everyone's Eye?
No,
no. I think New Sweet Channel's making that up.
No, I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, I was like, that's good. That's a good title. Let's see.
Percy's recent Wolverine run has been good.
Oh, Matt. Omar, is it true that your birth certificate, when read, gives you the power of the Juggernaut?
Sorry, I had to bother.
Like everything. Hearing Melanie roast you about it was hilarious. I'll go get your birth certificate.
My birth certificate.
This is what I couldn't remember. An overview on Fat Girl Stephanie Brown Volume 1.
I'll overview Fat Girl Stephanie Brown.
And you should watch the new Tomb Raider anime series that came out on Netflix. It's really good.
I heard that what's her name? Elaine. What was it? Sasha? What was her name from Game of Thrones? She played Jean Grey in the X-Men movies. Sophie Turner, yeah, that she's rumored to be Lara Croft.
For a good several months, whenever he would turn on the car, he would start with in the audio.
Oh, I was listening to the audiobook.
Elaine, the chapter titled Elaine. Oh, okay. Man, I can't laugh without like coughing afterwards. Thank you, James. Beneath the trees, Rite of Spring. Oh, thank you. Okay. And
James
is like, we need you on a game show.
Is Kane here? Is Kane here?
Yeah, I don't think I haven't seen.
Hey, Elon. How are you? Omar, would you recommend upgrading old Walter Simonson Thor Omni for the new printing? Is something wrong with your old one? Honestly, I don't see a difference.
Oh, there's Kane. Okay. Kane, why didn't I pick up the Patrick's con-ish specific issue?
My goodness. Patrick Horvath's Beneath the Trees, Nobody Sees special Comic Con issue.
Why didn't I?
That's what she wants to ask.
Thank you.
Hey, Mega Shrimpster. What was the question Melanie's going on about?
Sorry. Updating. There you go. Ryan's question.
Oh, I don't see a need for it, really. I mean, if you have the original one, it's fine. Yeah. It's good. Unless something's wrong with the binding or falling apart. Yeah. It's going to be so cool to go. The Masterwork comes out this month. I got it in, and that was a book I was about to read or reread because I love those stories in there. To see it in the original colors.
Okay.
I'm here. I didn't know there was an exclusive single for Patrick. I didn't either. That's cool.
I remember them saying they were out of something. Maybe that was it.
You're a very blessed person, Omar family. Thank you. Everyone goes through hard times, and we're here to support you through your hard time. Thank you, Joshua.
Like Blade. He's going through hard times. Look at him go. He's persevering.
He got his happy ending.
Yeah, he did. Oh, I'm glad you liked it, Omni Rob. And Taylor Talks Comics, 3 or 4 people have already said in the chat, you're on Blue Sky? So thank you. Maybe super producer James can make that a clickable link in the chat.
Yeah, James. I don't know what you're doing, but no, he did earlier.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah, thank you.
Man, I got you. Look, I'll just copy and paste it. There you go. Bam.
Dude, like every time I see James,
you do it with your mind.
I see him with like 5 keyboards, 2 headsets, and like 18 monitors, and he's watching 5 different shows at the same time, and he's watching Netflix and whatever else he's into.
Just picked up Maximum Carnage Epic Collection. Yay! About halfway complete. The Michelani Run Trades. Oh, yay! That's awesome.
That was a fun era. Did you get all the super chats there?
Let me check. Okay, got that one, got that one. Yep.
Okay, just making sure. What's Blue Sky?
That's a good question, Jaggernaut.
It's a song by ELO.
Oh,
Jeff Lynne.
Mr. Blue Sky to you. How dare you drop his honorific of Mr.
I have no respect for that man.
What's Blue Sky?
It's where's my social media guy? It's another form of social media like Twitter and Instagram.
Look, formerly from Twitter is so epic. Also, good morning. Everyone get on Blue Sky. 'Tis awesome.
There you go.
Thank you,
Heard
Dom.
The generation of Dom. What generation are you, Dom? Are you is he Gen Z? Is that a thing?
I don't know. Yes, Gen Z is a thing. I don't remember how old Dom is.
Dom's like young 20. He's like college 20.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, have fun. There's a lot of comic creators there too. Do you think Marvel will do anything for the upcoming 40th anniversary of the new universe? There's at least 4 of us who will buy Omnis. I don't know. That's a hard one. That's a hard one. You kids and your social
Scott
media.
just followed, making sure staying.
Those guys like Twitter, but not insane.
Dom is a newborn. What?
Dom is a newborn.
A lot of people ask for Omni announcements, but any Epic announcements on the horizon?
Those are all okay. So as far as Epics, Masterworks, and Omnis, they are shifting things around. I've only heard of some, so I can't even say anything. And David didn't want, like, he specifically said, don't announce anything yet because I want to make sure these things are moved around first and we have a solid list. So hopefully I'll have something, I hope, by next week and start announcements soon. Because I need some good news too to start spreading.
Start spreading the news. Big Stu, good morning.
Hey,
I'm excited about the DC Finest books. Who's with me?
Dom.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8
emojis.
Well, I think they're doing well. And I know I told Dom he needs to change his name from Dom X to Dom of DC. Already friended you on Blue Sky. Awesome. Blue Sky is a publicly sourced social media site. It's gaining traction now that Twitter's no longer with us. I think we're still on Twitter, right, Taylor? Right, Taylor?
I think he was just making it.
Silhouette Animator bought back issues of JLX and Magnetic Man #1. Magnetic Man has artwork.
Here we go.
Oh,
thank you, Silhouette Animator.
JLX and Magnetic Man. Because that's right. There's two JLX in the follow-up title. Magnetic Man, the original Magnetic Man, had artwork by Jeff Matsuda. I really like that guy's art. He's the guy that did what was it, Kaboom, and he did a lot of issues of X Factor with Howard Mackey when he was writing those stories. But he went on to the world of animation. He did all the character designs for The Batman. If y'all remember that series. Good morning, Melanie and Omar. I made a Blue Sky account.
Yeah,
the threads. I like it. What does that mean? Threads.
I think that's just the conversations and discussions.
Okay, yeah. I'm as old as Matt, and he knows this stuff. Good morning, Mentees. Omar, any idea why Marvel and DC didn't re-release JLA versus Avengers? Licensing. That was under a different contract after. So the DC versus Marvel Classic stuff, that was an agreement, of course, between two companies. And as you saw, there were issues there were problems in the 80s where they hardly released anything. And then it went to the 90s and started doing it again. Then we got the whole DC versus Marvel, and then we got the Amalgam Universe. That was under a different contract than the JLA Avengers. That was a special thing. So much so that, remember, when George Perez was still alive, they had to, it took a lot for the Hero Initiative to get involved into limited print. I think it was only 3,000 copies, and they were like, this is a one-time print run thing, and who knows? That's what's going on. Which is also all this social media. What the heck?
Okay, so what's Stop talking about here?
Complete rebrand of the channel, Omar. I'm trying to get a photo shoot done with my friend. What kind of photo shooter? Like George from Seinfeld? With the artist of my current profile picture. She works for DC, and it will be done soonish. No more Dom of X. We got to have a retirement party for you then. Dom of X going NFL Super Pro. Okay, man, excited. Coming soon. Dom of X changing his name to Dominatrix of X. Yeah, Dom. You can't leave yourself open like that to these fools. They'll wreck you, man. Photo shoot with all I think about when people say photo shoot is that George photo shoot that he did with Kramer.
We haven't watched that in a while. Oh my goodness.
Whoa now. Whoa. Wait a second. I read Daddy of X. What is happening?
Oh, Ryan, he answered your question earlier.
Ryan went to sleep probably. He woke up. Nah, man, it's as good as the first printing. Remember to sub to Dom. You were wondering before where Star Wars comics were going to go after the current runs. The answer: everywhere. Post episode 6, sequel era, and pre episode 1. Whoa, really? So they're not just doing post episode 6? I think that's what Dark Horse did, right? Like Dark Horse started focusing on the New Republic era, if I'm not mistaken. These are all good names.
Daddy of X, is that a new Emma Frost series? Ooh. Dom appreciates all these. Really quick, that reminds me what you said, Star Wars. Okay.
What?
Yesterday, Well, I was in martial arts class. I promise this is like 1 minute.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Timing.
The way you tell stories,
Timing.
I'm already timing you. You're 20
Okay.
seconds.
No, stop.
25.
Stop it. Okay. I gave a comic to my karate instructor, and he said that it was like from the 70s. It was Karate Kid, and had a Batman story 1-pager because it was an ad for Hostess. I was like, oh yeah, I love those ads. When I was reading the Godzilla facsimile, I loved this one about Spider-Man. I got emotionally involved, and then this 10-year-old kid, I'm thinking he's 10. I mean, is it a young kid? Was like, is that the one with Madam Web? And I was like, what? Yeah, she was like blocking up the docks so that the shipment couldn't come through. And I was like, yes. How do you know that? He was like, my dad has a lot of old comics. And I was like, oh my gosh, this kid's a comic genius. What 10-year-old would know which Hostess Spider-Man from the 70s ad story that I'm talking about? And then he said his dad had a lot of original Star Wars comics. That's what made me remember. Bam.
Okay. Melanie, what
How long was that? Was that longer than a minute?
Oh, that was like 3 minutes.
No, it wasn't.
What belt are you, Melanie?
I'm going to test in 3 weeks for my 5th degree black belt in the art as a whole of Kempo, Shoge Tuitsu Kempo, and then the auxiliary art of Goho, specifically blocks, punches, and kicks karate, 2nd degree black belt. And I'm working really hard on it. I've been doing it since I was a kid, and I've been in and out. Now I'm back, and yeah, I'm working hard. It's purely self-defense. We don't compete. It's purely self-defense.
So he can protect me. He can protect me from trolls online. He went through.
Yo, I had to write a 5-page paper. I had to do a pretest of 300 techniques.
She knows 300 different ways to kill me.
Okay, to be fair, it's like at 45 degree down at a right angle counts as 1, and then you could do it up, and that's another angle that counts as 2. You know what I'm saying? But still, it was 300. Some people wear their socks in class. I couldn't. I'd be like slipping everywhere.
I'll get my wife to come after you.
All right, Omar, not sure if I've already laid this, but could you ask Amazing Spider-Man 279, Spectacular 117 to be added to Web of Omni? Otherwise, it's missing parts.
I did ask about that. I asked about that, and they said no. The collected edition editor, I don't know who it is, honestly. Who's in charge of that? Sometimes they do. They are really great. Like sometimes they're like, oh, I'll actually consider that. But with that one, I remember they were like, no, we got this. They may add it though. I'll tell you what will happen. They may add it, which has happened before when they said no, and they ended up adding an issue to what I can't remember what Omni it was. So always come with suggestions, please.
Raphael says, Omar, I know solicitations for Silver Surfer return to Spaceways Omni for 422. It's missing 2 issues. West Coast Avengers. Oh, look at me. I knew what WC was. Annual 2 and average annual 26. Can you talk to David?
Did we try that before, Raphael? Whenever I do, so every quarter or every time I do announcements, like about 2 weeks later, I always do a recap, and I ask people for suggestions. I thought we had asked about those.
My feet are instruments of destruction.
They are
instruments of destruction.
Thank you.
Foul play. What
Aaron Fabricio Espinosa Castro. That is one heck of a name. That's an awesome name. I may have said that to you before. That's disappointing as it is not complete. Let's hope they add it anyway. Yeah, I think I've asked about that one, and that one they said, there was an actual reason. They said it's not a web of story, I think is what they said. And they didn't add the Wolverine Spidey, which has the follow-up in the because they said it's more of an amazing story. So they have thought about these things. Spider-Man versus Wolverine. Yep, they told me that. Because you know me, dude. I'm the Uncanny X-Men. Of course, I'm going to try to get them to add Spider-Man versus Wolverine. But the collected editions editor said, nah, that's more of an amazing Spidey story. So they actually thought about it, and I lost that one.
Do you know anything about the Road to Onslaught Omni Volume 2? What will be added? When will it come?
I don't know if they'll call it Road to Onslaught Omni. Oh, Road to Onslaught. I'm sorry. No, I don't know about that one.
Oh,
Okay.
it's fine. I thought it was cute. It's so embarrassing. I'm Bad Girl, Stephanie Brown.
Hey, yo, for real, I'd read Fat Girl Stephanie Brown. She's been eating those Hostess cakes from the
Yeah.
the new Venom. I don't believe you, Eddie Brock.
Did you like it or did you not?
I can't tell.
I still go watch it. You're welcome, Raphael.
Absolutely, man.
Uh-oh,
Just
he's
think, when
butchering
Dom
the
of X
things.
was butchering the ting on the ads, his life was in danger from Melanie.
No.
That is true. That is true.
How are you doing, Rodimus Prime Rib? Saw the cover of Weapons of X-Men by Ross. Lovely piece of art.
Yeah. Who is it that's right? Is it who's writing that?
Eddie.
Joe. It's Joe, right? What's his name? Joe Kelly? Not Joe Kelly. Joe Casey. Joe Casey's writing that one, right?
How are you, Axel?
Hey, Axel, how are you? Definitely joking.
Oh, okay. Did you get the DC versus Marvel Omni?
I did. I did an overview of it already. Yeah. Happy Saturday, Noir Wolf. How are you doing, dude?
Oh, still emotional. What emotion, though?
Yeah, is it a good emotion?
I love the Venom movies. I go in with zero expectations and have an amazing time. Part 2 had Venom at a rave, and Part 3 has Venom sing and dance.
Yeah, how do you not like these movies?
I remember not liking the first one, but you said I did like it, so
No, you liked it more than I did. I did not like the first one.
So that doesn't mean that I necessarily liked it.
Mexican Gwen Stacy versus Fat Girl Stephanie Brown. My money's on Mexican Gwen Stacy. She can nut. She's got the big thighs, man.
It is Cosmo Shop time. Thank you.
All right. If you live in Canada and you're interested in purchasing big books that we've been talking about, check out BD Cosmos. They're the Canadian leader in graphic novels. They have a physical storefront in Montreal, Quebec. Their website is bdcosmos.com. 25% off your order of 99 Canadian dollars or more. Free shipping everywhere in Canada with every order of 200 Canadian dollars or more. But you can also tell them to, hold your shopping cart together until you have $200 or more, and then get them to ship it out. Let them know Near Mint Condition sent you their way, and you'll be added to a monthly $25 gift card raffle. Entries are valid for new and returning customers, and that's
BD Cosmos with rewards and raffles taking care of customers in Canada.
Yeah.
I had to get the song out of my head that was in my head.
She will not let Stephanie breathe. What?
Wait,
what kind of fight are you doing? I don't want Bar to write that. Hey, all. Happy Saturday, Omar. I love you, but my wallet hates you. Oh, you're welcome. I think you're welcome. Dom is a mod. Yeah, Dom's got all kinds of abilities here. He can, I think, remove me. Good recommendations of place to buy Omnis in the UK. You got Read Comics. You got Forbidden Planet. I'm trying to think who else is there over there. Waterstone, but Waterstone's more like the book market, right? And Walt's Comic Shop, they ship over to the UK as well. Yeah, I'll detail what happens next week on the AMA. Thank you. I mean that with all the love. Oh, I know. Thank you. Much love back to you, man.
You asked if Ewoks UK annual was in Dark Horse Ewoks Omni.
Somebody answered me in my on the comment section. Yeah, nope. But it did have the Dark Horse droids and Ewoks tales, not in the Epic. The crossover was not next to each other. Also, oh, you had to go back and forth. No, they actually mapped it wonderfully. Oh, here you go. Who was asking about UK? Mm-hmm. Books, etc. Speedy Hand are perfect for collected editions in the UK.
Cipher. I'm assuming it's how you pronounce that.
Sci-Fire, right? Like a sci-fi magazine, Sci-Fire.
Oh, there was an I in there. I can't see.
Okay.
Any announcements this week?
Well, it depends on when I get things. I'm gonna have I'll ask David again. I don't know if I'll be ready because remember it also has to be approved too.
Will you do a DC Finest poll this upcoming year?
If they ever give me more than a thanks, or no, I'll take a thanks, whatever. I don't know, man. I don't think you got a thanks. Though. I
don't think you got a response. But
no, she said she was going to forward it to the right people.
Oh, okay, you did.
And apparently they did because some of those books are coming out, and I was like, cool.
Well, which unannounced DC Finest lines would you want to see? For me, it would be Fourth World and horror.
Oh, horror line. when we kicked off the DC's Finest video with Dom and Curtis and some guy named Mark Wade, we all went through like, what do we want to see? And I went through, oh my gosh, I would love to see them actually do the House of Secrets, House of Mysteries, like all the way through. I'd love to see that line fully collected. Yes.
Roy, I have that question about deals, but we just talked a few minutes ago, or not even a few minutes ago. Like
what?
About
somebody was asking about
UK,
and people in the chat were
I'll launch the poll, Omar. Don't worry. Oh, there you
go. Okay.
Thank you. A Saturday Morning fan wants it. Bradley, easy peasy with this one. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
New Zealand.
Oh, that's your dream vacation?
Yeah, I've been to Japan 3 times, Melanie.
We're supposed to go Japan. No, that's my dream vacation. I want to go back.
I mean,
it is amazing.
It is, but there's other islands out there, you know.
I don't want to go.
There's a whole other world out there.
Back to Japan. There's so much more of Japan to see. I got to see the ocean. I got to see the snow. I got to see.
This is why Gandalf would never invite you to the freaking fellowship, because you're like, I want to go back to Japan, Gandalf, and he's like, well, that's not on the way.
Screw.
Whoa.
I can say the word screw.
Okay, finish that sentence.
Screw the Hobbit's mentality of let's go down the road, see where it leads us.
The Hobbit's mentality is to stay at home.
Just go to Japan again.
Eat and drink. Not Peru.
No, you know what I mean.
First sales.
Oh my gosh, what's his name?
Gandalf?
No, the Hobbit. His name.
Bilbo. Frodo.
Bilbo.
Which one?
Frodo didn't want to go. Bilbo. Melanie's right. Thank you.
Melanie's right. Wait a minute. That's the Easter Isle. That's not even Japan, Aaron.
Well, it's you too. You're right too. Go to another island.
There's plenty of islands. What is your favorite Silver Age comic run? I'd have to go with something from wait. No, I think Spider-Man probably. Is there something different about Japan? Snow versus
No, I haven't been to the northern section of Japan.
Australia snubbed again. Hey, I said I'm coming down there. New Zealand and then Australia while we're down there. Not that it's super close or anything. Melanie, are you a sushi or a sashimi person? Both. Oh my gosh, yeah. Don't get her started on this.
I saw Dom talk about the re-release of the Absolute Batman Haunted Night. Any news on the re-release Long Halloween and Dark Victory?
Long Halloween has had 3 printings. I'm surprised they're not doing a Dark Victory. But I guess it makes sense, right? Like Dark Victories only have 1 printing. Doesn't Kentucky also have an ocean and stuff?
One of those. Sometimes the snow.
Oh shit! Where do you think we are? Hi, Melanie. No more. Any chance Image Comics will reprint the Well Battle Chasers anthology in hardcover format again? I don't care about the story, but that art by Joe Mad is bad. Hey, amazing. I agree, it is. I just had a really good long meeting with Image yesterday, and they know what we do for Marvel, and they are very well aware of the connection, that I have with the fans, and fans love having their voice heard. Like, I would love to see this. So at one time I would love to do a poll for them if they want it, and hopefully everybody benefits from it, because as much as I love the fact that they're coming back to print with like things like Luther Strode in trade paperback, or East of West in a compendium edition, or a lot of the Rick Remender stuff in compendium edition, I know a lot of people still love those hardcovers. So it would be cool to do that for you all.
Sorry.
Melanie, don't break my heart like that. What'd you say? Well, how'd you break her heart?
I don't know about because I clicked this. Maybe I made a face. I don't know. Who is lamer, Cyclops or Colossus? I'll tell you what. I'm enjoying X-Men by Jen McKay.
Oh yeah,
I like how he writes Cyclops. I like the little bit of humor and such to it, and but Colossus is not lame. Cyclops is sometimes lame. There. What's your favorite Daniel Warren Johnson book? Oh man, Transformers. I love Do a Powerbomb, and oh shoot, wait.
Wonder Woman Dead Earth is good.
Yes, I love Wonder Woman Dead Earth, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Transformers.
No, do a power bomb for me. I really like that one.
Yeah. That made me cry. I haven't cried in Transformers yet.
Transformers is good. Don't get me wrong, but Lydia and I actually had a really good conversation about this. That we miss this era of Transformers of IDW. Like, and like I said, don't get me wrong, it's fun, but they don't.
I know.
They don't do the
yeah.
character focus that the characters need. There's only like 3 characters that they've kind of put a spotlight on.
Yeah.
Whereas IDW was like, we're gonna make characters like Drift cool, and you're like, what? No way! And Drift is cool. But characters like skids, like Cyclops is really. Can you go back to that comment? Cyclops is the lamest X-Men character. You know what? Maggot and Stacy X and Gold Balls are like, here, hold my beer. Lamer than Gold Balls? You're lying.
Without Cyclops, there'd be no X-Men as a team, would never lasted, falling apart without a leader, and that means no Wolverine coming to the team too.
I don't know about Blas is right or not.
Scott is the worst husband ever, but he gets all the ladies. Colossus, you can stick an infinite number of fridge magnets on him. Do a power bomb, hit all the emotions. I'm having this kid who likes comics and wrestling read it. I'm like, I've got a comic for you. Beak is better than Cyclops.
Dude, right? Cyclops in X-Men 97 got the respect that Cyclops deserves. I think it really depends on the writer. If the wrong writer gets a hold of Cyclops, they make him lame and they make him one-dimensional.
That's an awesome line that he gave Cyclops.
Fabian understood. See, I don't think Scott really understood. What's his face? Scott Lobdell really understood.
I thought you were going to say, I don't think that Scott understood himself.
But anyway, that's a story for another day. It really does. The Glob makes.
You're reading it too, Bob. Yes, that was so cute. And then that
Glob Herman is in.
Okay. Quentin's like, weren't you like a serial killer? He's like, do you want the quiche? He's like, yeah, I want the quiche. Oh yeah, it's a fun book. I like it.
Oh, somebody's mentioning Concrete. I love that book. The Paul Chadwick's book. I think that really depends on Chadwick now. And something I've noticed is a lot of these creators are just going straight Kickstarter if their creator owns stories. I think Dark Horse was the last publisher that published those books. So maybe Scott Summers just does not have interesting personality. Depends on who's writing him, Bar.
Something happened that makes me want to see what's going on with Scott in X-Men by McKay. So you just answered this. Mm-hmm. Hunter from Sentinel Comics donated a couple of short boxes of single issues for my school. That was really nice. Yeah. We put one in the library for kids just to keep the single issues. They're like from 80s, 90s, early aughts and such. Mm-hmm. And in my classroom, there's a couple of Nightcrawler issues, and this kid's like, "Oh, I like Nightcrawler," and I'm like, "Yes, yay, take it!" I'm so glad somebody picked up the cover. It was X Factor, and Phoenix was on the cover. I was like, "Yeah, it's a good cover." She's like, "That's why I picked it." I'm like, "Oh, wow." Anyway, so
X Factor, like the classic stuff.
Yeah. What? Look, Earth Geomancer. You can say Gold Balls and you won't get not banned, but what's it called? I can't remember.
I forgot to write the comment. Thank you, brother. Omar wants to go to New Zealand and learn a haka. New opening. Oh, if I get my, I need.
Thank you for the super chat.
I thought about next year doing a new opening, but I really like our theme that my buddy Matt wrote. I haven't talked to him in a while.
Wait, did Silhouetted Animator? Did I? No, I got this, didn't I?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, so Bradley
wrote that.
Yours. I'm so sorry. And then this is So here, really quick.
Where are you located, Bradley?
Here's one for your no comment. Super chat. Okay. Omar, is the new Transformers Classic Companion worth it? That's coming up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you've never read the story, hey Andrew.
Hey Andrew.
I just saw this guy on Thursday, man. If you've never read this stuff, it's classic. Like it's to me, it's nostalgia to me. I don't know how new readers will react to it, because I think to a lot of people, the story doesn't really kick in a high gear until Simon Furman takes over. He was writing the Transformers UK comics, and you were in Kentucky. Why am I surprised? That's awesome. And
What are you up to, Andy?
then he went and wrote like the last third of the Transformers storylines, which to a lot of people, that's regarded as some of the best. So it's really good. Yeah, I liked it. A little hokiness. It's going to be interesting to see if they can collect the issue 3 in there with Spider-Man. All Big 2 characters are empty vessels for writers to do as they wish and ignore all history of the character that makes all Big 2 characters lame. But that's a blanket statement, because not every writer's like that. I think a lot of writers really take, into consideration what's happened in the past while still trying to keep it fresh. I think of writers like Jeremy Adams. I think Jeremy Adams is a perfect example of a new writer, a young dude. I say a young guy, but he's my age. I still consider myself young. That actually respects the past and knows the character's history, but still writes a fun story for people to get into the character if you're new to the character. It takes a special skill to do that, though, because it's not everybody can do that. And time again, sometimes you see people that are fans of comics that cannot wait to write a comic, and I'm not going to say any names here, and the comic turns out to be really bad. Like they were fans of a particular run, they were fans of a particular writer on the comic book, and then when they get the chance to write it, it turns bad.
You sent the Grimm series to Bradley.
Oh, I did. Yes. Omar, would you recommend the Snyder and Capullo Batman Omnibus? I've read the first 2 new 52 trade paperbacks by them, and I like them. Oh, yeah. If you like them, yeah, keep going, man. Solid. Especially, I think Volume 1 is better than Volume 2, but they're solid runs. Like, that is regarded as the modern Batman comic. Did I say that right? A blanket statement? You taught me English. I used that term, right? I was guessing myself.
Also, was I the one to introduce you to Memphis Bleak? Who's Memphis Bleak? I don't know who that is.
Can you take a sound clip of that? Who is Memphis Bleak?
No,
wife.
It wasn't me.
You don't know Memphis Bleak. Did you not hear she likes They Might Be Giants? I remember you said that he was your favorite rapper. I love Memphis Bleak, dude. To this day, one of the best underrated rappers of all time.
After coming back to comics, has there been a time when you thought about taking another break?
I will be honest with you. Yes, because I'm still having a hard time dealing with it. I can't always like.
No, I read this question as in general, like in the 90s, you left comics.
Oh, whoops! Sorry,
After coming back to comics.
I thought you no. I read coming back.
No, coming back to comics.
Whoops.
That's why I said no.
No, I'm here to stay. It's part of my life now.
Do you think Marvel will release the Indiana Jones Dark Horse comics in an Omni?
I don't know. That's still up in the air. That is still up. Hey, JT Gamer.
There you go. Can you send me an email list of what time period and titles I would be looking for? Because I'm going to focus on DC Finest after Crisis on Infinite Earth, so I need to know what titles.
All of Marvel? Or all of DC at that time? Hit me. Send me a message to know exactly what you're looking for. So you're saying, Jeremy Adams is just one example, though. Is aware of the character's past and tries to respect it as someone who is aware of the source material and understands the assignment. Yeah, but the other thing, too, is sometimes writers try to do that and editorial gets involved, right? And editorial's like, well, what we're trying to do is trying to get new readers on board. So we have to change up some things. So no matter if sometimes if a writer understands everything that's happened in the past, and that's what you said is sort of true, though. That is the crutch of having a legacy of a character that has been around for 60 plus years, 70 plus years, 80 plus years. Because eventually you have told every freaking story there is to tell about Iron Man or Batman. So how do you keep it fresh? How do you keep old readers coming back and also gain new readership? It's really difficult to do that. So I think sometimes editorial has to step in, and I don't know. I don't know what it's like to be an editor. And I had a lot of disagreements with editorial in the 90s with comics. But they were trying to keep comics alive. So I know not how hard that the difficulty of that job is. The new 52 Batman run. Waltz time. Is it Waltz? Saturday Morning Fan is our freaking timestamp. Thank you. So If you're interested in picking up books from the EU and you live in the EU, check out Walt's Comic Shop. They're based out of Berlin, Germany. They have the cheapest pre-order prices for Marvel and DC big books within the EU. Flat shipping rates for €12. All EU countries. All emails answered within 24 hours. And they have a selection of books that they do every month. I'm not sure what they're doing this month. And exclusively for our viewers, use the code near mint condition, all one word at the checkout. And you get free shipping for all EU countries with your first order of over €40 or more. And that's
Walt's Comic Shop, your reliable source for Omni's premium collected editions in Europe. Ting, ting, ting.
You asked before if you should do overviews of you already done while you were away. Do it. I value your opinion. Oh, thank you. I did like I just did one of like my Hellblazer because I realized I had missed it because it came at that time when I had lost my dad and it was just difficult for me to even read anything. So I did do that one. I've done a DC versus Marvel, I think was another one. Yeah. So thank you. Sometimes sometimes I just forget until you folks remind me, hey, you haven't done an overview of this yet. Omar, sometimes it's the editor pitching the writer the story or simply a bad writer. Maybe they need to stop trying to keep comics alive and allow them to evolve. Well, when I think of evolution, I honestly think of Ultimate X-Men. I think Ultimate X-Men is a prime example of how comics should evolve. But I've seen so much hate for that comic, including from this household, that I was like, but isn't that what we want? Don't we want something different? I really liked Ultimate X-Men. You did not.
Okay. I don't know if it's a good or bad story. I could just tell from the first issue it's not for me.
It is definitely a manga. Like, it is a straight up manga.
Like,
I love it, though. I think it's good. That's what I think of evolution, right? Because we've done the Krakoa. We've done all these things with X-Men. Now it's time to try something completely different.
Evolution.
Because he was talking about let these characters evolve.
Okay.
And it changes. Like, it changes up the game. Like, you're no longer reading about mutants being discriminated. You're reading about this young girl that is being haunted by ghosts. And I thought that was really cool. I like that. But not everything is going to work, too, right? Like, sometimes pleasing comic book fans, especially us that have been around for a long time, dude, all that means is just taking it back to the basics. At the end of the day, we want to see the X-Men play baseball at the X-Mansion. And then to some people that grew up with the Krakoa era for the first time, at the end of the day, to them, it will mean they just want to see the X-Men have a big party on an island. Like, that's what it will mean to them. X-Men Evolution is a great cartoon that got handed because it was canceled after season 3, that not lived long enough. Yeah, I do have to watch out for Melanie. Really dug the original Ultimate X-Men. I'm glad you did, Project Viking. What would you recommend to kids start out? I have my nieces and nephews coming over this visit to winter break. Oh, this is exciting. We actually did a video with the girls about like what comics are good for kids. How old are they? Just out of curiosity, Bradley. It really depends on their age too. We got some things from the post office. There's wonderful cards from our viewers.
We have cards from
my buddy Dom and Kyle the Mighty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for those. We'll read them. Not on air. And
is this from I haven't seen Bruce on this?
Okay. There's no name.
I assume it's from Bruce.
With this
Iron Man keychain. Is this John? John, did you send me an Iron Man keychain? I can kind of see him doing that too. Hey, R0, how are you? Oh, that's Ross. When you think
it's beneath the trees where nobody sees
the other Krakoa X-Men get an omnibus, especially Kieran Gillen and Al Ewing runs, I don't know how they're going to handle that. I hope that they.
Right beneath the trees where nobody sees.
Seriously?
Yeah.
10 and 12.
Yeah. Okay, now I remember they were talking about that they were out. Look. What? Ross.
Who was asking you about that earlier?
I don't know. Okay, Bruce said no.
Bruce did not send me this. Oh, this is an actual keychain. So it must have been John. Oh, that's really cool. Ages 10 and 12. With ages 10 and 12, honestly, that age is so fun, man. Like my kid, that's when my kids started reading. Lydia started reading Transformers at the age of 10, the IDW stuff. But that stuff is hard to come by nowadays. I think there's a lot of good manga out there for kids, especially ones that don't like reading. There's a cute manga called Cheese Sweet Home. There's one that's called Gone that has no words, but it's learning, it's teaching them how to follow sequential art without having the words there. And then maybe you can get them into some words. I love Tiny Titans, but at 10 and 12, I don't think they're
sorry.
There's problems reading things like at that age, like what is Bone? I think Bone is an excellent title at that age. It's an all ages title. And look to the chat too. They'll be telling you some stuff.
Yeah. It's about her first kill. Well, that is so nice. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, Gone is beautiful. There's like Animal Crossing manga. There's all kinds of manga. You can some people have issues with Dragon Ball too because of the nudity and some of those jokes that they told at the beginning.
But I haven't finished Poison Ivy Volume 3 yet. I started it and then I forgot I was reading it.
But I really like things like Little Gotham and also just because they're young, don't think that they won't be able to handle stories.
Spider-Man loves Mary Jane.
That's a very cute manga-ish type of story, right?
Josh is saying One Piece.
Yeah, One Piece, but be prepared for them to be
there's gonna be.
Where's the rest of the 103 volumes of One Piece?
And there is some, fan service.
What the DC Ink line was really good because it was targeted towards kids. But again, don't just limit yourself to kid titles at that age, especially of 10 and 12. Don't underestimate your niece and nephew's ability to comprehend stories.
I'm saying.
Hope
Bye, RJ98.
Item is made correctly. Hopefully, brings you some joy this season. Your friend Sam. P.S. I guess I should have opened it.
Here you go.
So you didn't open it.
It's a nice box.
Okay, it's from my buddy Sam. It is a. Hold on. Although you can.
I think you can. You remove. Take that off so you can read it.
Oh.
I think it's an ornament. Here. I got you. I got you. Okay.
It's my dad.
Yeah. Wow, that's really nice. I guess we should have opened this off air.
Thank you.
You want me to show it, baby? Yeah, show it.
You can.
I got you, baby. Sam, thank you.
I'll be right back.
It's totally what's it called? Can't think of the words. The emotional. It's okay. Yes, that was really, really sweet. Hey, Master Bobby. Yeah, that's really beautiful. Actually, this is Carlos's flannel right here that he has on the back of his chair. So that is a very wonderful gift. Is Sam here? Sam, do you go by Sam? Or do you have a different name? Yeah, it's very sweet. Yes, it's badly I sweat. It should be normal. Project Viking says extra vote for Batman Adventures, X-Men, all those animated series comics, Superman, and TMNT coming out soon too. Yeah. Starscream. They say, wow, a bunch of hearts. And Bar said to give you a hug.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Andrew. And Andrew grew up knowing Carlos as well.
Oh, yeah. Andrew was one of those guys that hung out at my house. And we have so many stories about my dad and the movies he would let us watch and just all the goofiness that went on in my house. That, we got away with a lot of stuff that not a lot of other parents would let us get away with. My dad was a super cool guy.
That's really pretty.
Thank you.
We got 2 more packages. So let me open this up. This is stickers.
Oh, Strange Academy is a good one too.
Let's see. From Like You Even Need to Ask. So is this Bruce? Okay. A few things of the famous Ferris mail to brighten your day.
If nothing else. Oh no! Wait, this is
added to the random
this
credit
is
happy
from
home.
This has to be
Oh,
from John because they're
because it's Iron Man. Yes.
Iron Man stickers. Like, I love the fact that somebody went out of their way to print out
35 pieces of Iron Man stickers.
They're all different.
Cell phone, water bottle, skateboard, luggage, car bumper, etc.
Yeah, you know, me and my skateboard is how I go grocery shopping. Oh, it's the Hulkbuster. Thank you, brother. That was a beautiful ornament. Thank you. You brought out all the manly eye sweat. That's cute. They have the Eddie Grinnell.
Oh, that one is cute. I like that one. John, I have just my Pingu. These are from Japan. I got them at the 100 yen store, and I was like, Pingu? What? Anyway, I have a sticker, a Pingu sticker on my desk, a Pingu sticker on my folder. I'm just decorating. Oh man. Okay, there's one more.
Have you read the new Iron Man series so far? No, I have not. I am seeing other mint condition collection YouTube channels. You guys are all the same or separate? Wait, no, we're all separate. Near Mint Collective is where I go sometimes to hang out with my buddies. They used to be a part of the main channel here, and then they spun out.
Andrew, who's in there?
Yeah, Andrew's part of it. Dan, Tina, Maddie, and then sometimes I go and hang out with my buddy Rob, who's also there. So, NMC Collective is the only Near Mint Condition approved other channel outside of this one. Omar, are you doing any more? Yes, the Valiant Hero Universe. I just started reading Ninjak. I've been reading. So yes, I will be doing that. And this is the link to the Near Mint Collective, where they do once a month. I don't know if Andrew's still here.
So, your brother loves to open cards. He's going to love opening these.
Is this for Bruce?
It doesn't say.
That has to be for Bruce.
Because it's from eBay.
It's got to be for Bruce.
Thank you for your purchase, Chris.
And Chris is like, thank God someone bought this. I've been trying to sell this for 3 years.
I wonder what the bubble gum's like, y'all.
Please don't open any of those up.
I'm open one right now.
It's gonna be laced with what was that white powder?
Oh, gross. There you go.
Once a month, live streaming this Thursday at 9 p.m. There you go. Don't eat that gum.
Wait, I don't.
Please don't eat that gum, Melanie.
It's so gross.
Don't eat that gum. The range of emotion when it comes to opening up these packages, making me cry and then making my blood pressure rise with things like, I remember I used to collect a lot of the cards like Garbage Pail Kids and the Dinosaurs Attack, Mars Attacks. What was it? V? Do you remember V, the show?
Actually,
The Visitors.
I do vaguely.
Yeah, I used to collect all those cards.
How come my bow tie doesn't spin?
I'm low-key jealous, really.
A whisker for your thoughts. That's a sticker, yo.
Oh. White powder. What channel are you running?
Oh my gosh, the sticker's cracking.
Anthrax? Was that what it was? Omar, what are your thoughts on both Mark Waid and Ron Garney and Dan Jurgens' runs on Captain America? Which one do you prefer? Oh, Mark Waid and Ron Garney's for sure. That run is awesome.
The sticker's not sticky anymore. It's like,
of course not.
Falling apart.
Now that's a Bruce gift. Eat that gum, you might turn into Plastic Man. Yeah, Robert Englund was in it. He was in V. I love that show. You thinking of Asbestos? No, I was thinking of Anthrax. Garbage Pail Kids. I used to collect those too. We are just missing series 1 of Garbage Pail Kids. My kids and I went through the whole
collection. 4 cards in a. Go ahead.
Went through the phase of collecting Garbage Pail Kids cards. The cards were James' idea.
Thank you, James and Bruce.
The cards were James' idea. Oh yeah, we're letting my brother opening these up. These are ridiculous. Oh, and they were only 25 cents, Melanie. You can't complain about 25 cents a pack.
Getting 4 cards and a piece of gum and a sticker.
Dude, how long did this stay in a warehouse? Got rained on. Like, who knows the story of where this has been? Thanks, James. I appreciate that. I have to change up my hair beard before that NMC Collective stream. Can't be feeling any more hut curling, carrying dreams. James just got demoted. I made a list of every comic from the New 52 line, Infinite Frontier, that hasn't had a paperback release. You'd be surprised how many books just got hardcovers. Poor Task Force Z and Drowned Earth.
Come on, open one more.
Omar, would you rather live in Metropolis, Gotham, Wakanda, or Doomstadt? Oh, I thought that is Gotham, right? I don't think there is a Gorham. Gorham at Mile.
Yeah, I think
Gotham. Where's Power Girl hanging out? She more of a Metropolis. I'll be in Metropolis. Gotham is just dark and gritty and dirty, man. Omar, don't cry. You are the best YouTuber ever. Oh, thank you. And great father to your daughters. Please don't give up on being the best YouTuber ever. You two are my favorite. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Sammy. That's really sweet. Omar, what do you think of the success of the Ultimate and Absolute lines means for the mainline Marvel and DC lines or spin-off universes, the future? We've been through this before. We have been through this before with the original. Hold that up for a second, because I think this is a really good question. I kind of thought topics like this would be coming up. You know, is this the future of comics? No. Here's what's going to happen. And anybody here that went through the original New Universe, the original Ultimate Universe, the original Elseworlds, but not really Elseworlds, but the original All-Star line. At the end of the day, these books are going to sell. They're going to sell well. There were rumors that Ultimate Spider-Man and Ultimate X-Men were and they were big. They were outselling the 616 universe their counterparts. That there was going to be a Secret Wars 3 and the Beyonder was going to destroy the main 616 universe and everything was going to go be Ultimate X-Men and Ultimate Spider-Man. And you'll probably see rumors like that again because these are strong sellers. At the end of the day, people are going to lose interest. The sales are going to drop on those books. And people go back to the 616 and original universe. That's just my, I think that, for a guy that's been through this so many times, it's happened. And you'll see rumors of them canceling the main line because these books are outselling them. This is what people want. But just like everything else, when it's new, it's hot. And then it's also about, staying strong. Like I think Ultimate Spider-Man the original Ultimate Spider-Man did an amazing job of staying with strong sales because they kept the creative team the same for so many years. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where it goes. Like here in let's say about 3 years, where these lines are.
We have a couple of super chats. So
sure.
Bruce,
he tagged me on Discord with a picture of them posted. This would be a good idea to send Omar. Hey, Omar's had a really crappy couple of weeks. Let's send him some ALF cards. That's what I get out of my.
But your brother's gonna appreciate it.
Yeah, my brother's gonna love that.
And Bradley says, "Thank you for being you and Melanie are incredible people. Because of you, got me excited about comics 6 years ago. Here's another ALF one. My wallet may have me, but being disabled, it keeps me busy."
Oh, I'm glad that you're able to find joy in these stories. That's what's important. Who wins in a fight, Conan or Gru? I love Sergio Aragones. I think he's a phenomenal creator. But Conan would split Gru in without even taking a second breath. Like,
James Moore says, I do believe Bill Jeans did want to make everything ultimate, but
Jamas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But he's fired before he could push it. Why can't I open this thing?
Yeah. So there were rumors. I remember, and I was believing it because at that time, Walmart was carrying the lines, and they were like, "We're gonna stick to just the ultimate line." It's crazy.
I was trying to open the wrong end.
Omar, if you could combine any writer with an artist in history to work on a character team, who would you choose? Based on their looks. Because this could get fun. Okay, you just. I thought he meant like put Leah Williams and Chris Claremont together. Anyway, sorry. I'm trying to brighten my own mood.
Yeah.
Okay. So any writer and artist in history,
Yeah, okay.
so living or dead,
on a book
to work together. Okay. Come on. It's got to be X-Men, right? But who? Oh, it's hard not to say Chris Claremont, John Byrne, Chris Claremont, Jim Lee. So let's think outside the box. Okay, honestly, I would go. I'm gonna stay with X-Men, but I'm gonna go with Jeff Johns. I would love to have seen what Jeff Johns did with X-Men, especially like some of my favorite characters. Now the artist, ooh, that's a tough one. Mark Silvestri, Jim Lee were some of my favorite artists.
Peter David and Rob Liefeld on Care Bears.
But I would honestly go with J.H. Williams III.
Ooh.
On X-Men with Jeff Johns. Yeah. Something like that.
Toth and
Alex Toth with done without curvy layouts.
It's a great point about alternate universes losing interest. DC tried that with New 52 and eventually had to roll it back.
But even DC built that loophole, right? With the whole Zealot storyline, the Trinity thing. Yeah.
Let's see. Bruce said, thank you, Bruce.
They were ordered and sent out about morning before what? About a month before it happened. Oh, thank you. I was just joking, but it did make me laugh. So it did brighten the mood.
Arkham just got the Batman Adventures on me.
Yeah, it's good, man. I hope you enjoy it. If you read the Snyder, Soul, Lemire, Swamp Thing, Animal Man, they brought up the Clear a lot. And Jeremy said he wanted to pick up where they left off in the new Aquaman story. And I hope he does. And I'm super excited for this era because I thought he did an amazing job on Flash and absolutely love what he was doing on Green Lantern. Although one thing made me mad, I told him behind the scenes, like, if you haven't read his Green Lantern, there's one thing that I was like, oh, you bastich. Roy Thomas and Mignola on the Demon from DC. Mignola is another choice I would have gone with, like something like on a title that like Conan or something like that. I wanted to start reading Energon Universe comics like Transformers Duke Void Rivals, but don't know where to start. Start with Void Rivals. Void Rivals is the first trade paperback.
Yeah.
Then you want to move on to Transformers, and then Duke, and then after Duke, Cobra Commander, and then after that, Scarlet. Then Transformers 2, Volume 2, and there's another title right before the G.I. Joe ongoing. It just came out. Destro.
Oh, I need to do my Swing to the Week.
By the way, my last box from work arrived yesterday. All discs are inside and a good box incoming. Trying to decide on watching Terminator or North by Northwest in 4K tonight. North by Northwest is my father and I's favorite Hitchcock movie. I love that movie. That was the first thing I got when I got the Blu-ray box set. Was we sat down and watched North by Northwest, and I think you would appreciate it more now, especially since you're teaching film studies.
I did watch it years ago. I don't remember. I just remember him running down
the cinematography
airstrip.
Is so amazing. You mean the
like
the
he's right from a
cornfield?
play? Oh, it was from a plane. Okay, cornfield. Guess I'm
The Clear.
Remember it.
Is this Scientology? I do not apologize for this joke. Destro and Scarlet, thank you. Omar, has Ed Brubaker's Batman run been collected in either omnibus or trades? Trades, yes. Also, do you think DC will ever give us a Superman by Byrne Omni? I think they will. See, Andrew agrees. Melanie, watch it for film studies. You know what we're watching today for film studies? Cobra Kai season 2 all day long, baby.
No, I'm filming.
Season 6, part 2. You're filming one thing. I got to film another thing.
Ooh, what? I'm Porky Pig. We're watching Whiplash. I've never watched it before. I watched the first 18 minutes. So before J.K. Simmons' character's part, I'm just going off, and I was like, oh! And I'm like, I can't laugh too much because what he says is really mean and like get you canceled. And
oh yeah,
that's like,
I don't know if they can make that movie nowadays.
Anyway, so I was like, dang. Ooh, he is manipulative.
Like when the original Ultimate X-Men came out and Wolverine was portrayed a little differently. He looked younger and more athletic, but later he just looked identical to the 616 version. And I think that's what happens, right? Whenever you're borrowing elements from the previous stories, which is why I like Ultimate X-Men. They're not borrowing anything except for the character. And some characters I even had to go, that girl's got an eye patch. Is she Cyclops? I don't think she's Cyclops. Maybe she's Cyclops. North by Northwest.
Yeah, people showing their love for that movie.
It's my favorite. I put it above every single Bond film. Yeah, and just the way it's filmed, man, it's so good. I really hope we get a Tim Drake Compendium 2. We're getting a Nightwing Compendium 2. I don't see why we can't get one of those. UHF with Weird Al Yankovic. That's awesome. I think after seeing how well the new Superman Omnis are selling, we will have a slew of new Superman Omnis. I hope that is true.
Can I have one moment, please?
You got 1 minute.
Okay, thank you.
Go ahead. I'll highlight some comments.
Wait. No, you got to put Students of the Week up.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is the part of the episode where we are doing Students of the Week.
Okay, no, you can totally highlight comments. Just start with that. Okay, here you go.
Okay, now I get to comment.
Okay.
No questions, right? Just comments.
Okay. No, just what? No, I haven't started yet. You gotta leave it up there while it's. Thank you. I'm a high school English teacher, and I'd like to announce my Students of the Week on Navy Days for first period. And Alina, congratulations. You are Student of the Week for just doing a terrific job with your work ethic and participation. And she totally redid her Spirited Away creative assignment. Kudos. Second period, Jocelyn, for your participation. I know you're taking things to heart and you're a great writer, and I'm just so proud of you. And then in fourth period, Auburn, same for participation. I could tell that you are engaged and you're working hard. You come up with some cool ideas. So thank you. And on Green Days, Angie in first period film studies, she has got terrific analysis. And you also did a great job on your Spirited Away assignment. And third period and freshman English, Yafet, congratulations. I'm so proud of you for picking up your work ethic. Now you get to go sit in the back. And in fourth period, Daniela, you are just working hard as well. I'm proud of you. Congratulations on being Student of the Week. Oh, you could have shown comments.
I forgot.
I just wanted to just leave it up there for a second. Thank you, guys. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Oh. When will we be voting for new omnis or reprints? Anyways,
usually around February is when the complete catalog is out, and we can start talking about some new reprints of omnis and epic collections. Yeah, I first have to make some announcements.
Bye, Andrew.
Be good, brother. Follow NMC on Blue Sky. We're on Blue Sky.
Ben was saying that Jeff Johns and Ivan
Ray Heiss
on Fantastic Four would be
good. It's a good one. I like that too. I mean, they've worked together before a lot.
Whoa, look at all those different emojis.
That is a lot of emojis. Omar, you're going to do a viewer of the week soon. A viewer of the week. Can I be a student of the week? English guy. What?
I honestly didn't think about doing a minty. But
a minty of the week.
I can't. That's just too much in my brain. I got too many tabs open in my brain.
Whoever sends us the most super chats will be minty of the week.
Anime homework. She took it home because she's a great artist and she was working hard on it. And oh my gosh, I've got several. I was like, this is professional quality. You should seriously look into using this skill in your future career. Oh my goodness. Bradley, thank you for the super chat. I'll see what you got. I'm going to give you Gambit. Melanie wants me to pull a Billy Madison, try to be Student of the Week. Shh, don't tell people. It's also encouragement. Hey, try to be Student of the Week. Week. Why don't you get that work done week?
I would tell the Students of the Week, hey, you need to super chat me if you want to be Student of the Week.
I send a postcard home. They get something from the prize box. They get candy. They get to sit in the comfy chair in the back. They get their name announced at the beginning of class. It's a lot. Yeah, I can't. That's too much. Too much. Which movie are you most excited for next year? Fantastic Four, First Steps. I'm excited for that. Or Superman. I'm a huge fan of both F4 and Supes, but I really need F4 to finally get a good, let alone great movie. I don't know anything about the new Superman, but the Fantastic Four, First Steps sounds promising.
Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning 2. Fantastic Four. Oh gosh, it's gonna be so hard to choose between them because I am excited for both of them. Like legit excited for both of them.
No. I guess a copy of Madame Web. Oh man. Omar, R021XX is X21XX is conflicted. Amazing. I'm trying to think of something.
Brand new day.
Okay.
I got you. That era is against everything I love as a Mavericks fan. Plus, I don't have much shelf room. I like the artwork though. Are you asking me to tell you what to do with your money? Because I'm gonna tell you to buy it. Going back and reading those stories was a lot of fun though. Like legit. I myself am a fan of MJ and Peter. But when you go back and look at those stories, it's like it reminded me of like 70s Spider-Man. It reminded me of that era of Ross Andrews Spider-Man, John Romita Sr. Spider-Man. Once Peter Parker was single, he was having Parker luck, which was never good. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. And I think what happened was I have distanced myself from those stories for so many. I mean, it's been decades. Let's face it. It's been 2 decades since that happened. And when you distance yourself from such a tragic event like that in your comic book reading experience, I don't know. Maybe I just learned to forgive and move on. And they were a lot of fun. As long as they don't have Superman and Batman.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm not Minty of the month. I'm Minty of forever.
Forever.
I don't know about that.
Danny was saying as long as they don't have Superman or Batman and Batman at each other's throats, I'll be psyched for Superman. Omar, you did like wrestling a bit as a kid?
I did, yeah.
And
I played soccer, and I played 1 year baseball. But as a kid, yeah, soccer was my. And then I coached soccer for a couple of years. That was a lot of fun. I kind of missed that. But wrestling was a lot of fun too. Wrestling was a lot of fun. I sent you a message in the title. So I'm interested in Inside the Comments. Okay. JT, fellow Kentucky.
Matt, that would be so much fun. No.
Do you flash the skills of shattered chalkboard?
Or what if, like in an anime, be the teacher that throws the chalk?
You could tell Matt's age because he said chalkboard.
Chalkboard. Man, I got views.
When was the last time you used chalkboards? 10 years ago, maybe?
Oh no, longer than that. When I was in Anderson County.
Oh,
I did have a chalkboard.
Yeah, I remember.
Wait, or was it a whiteboard? Or was it a chalkboard? I think it was a chalkboard.
Have you read The Darkness?
That was like 2005, 2006.
I like the art in Darkness. So yes, it's worth it for the artwork alone. You didn't play or coach soccer, Omar. You played football with a U. That is right. My dad would smack me upside the head. Well, Mickey Mouse does have that lustful voice. What is she talking about?
Come here. I'm following.
I'm right here. I've been here the whole freaking time.
I'm sorry. I may come here. I was talking to the mouse. I'm watching Kara's videos on Trouble, and I can't get at me being into Mickey Mouse out of my head. That's what.
Linkara? Is that his name?
I don't know.
I had one of my buddies watches his stuff. Linkara. Where could I buy the Silver Surfer Omnibus? If you live in America, cheapgraphicnovels.com.
Mm-hmm.
If you live in Canada, bdcosmos.com. If you live in the EU, waltzcomicshop.com. I don't know where you live. Or I know you love Street Fighter, but between Capcom, SNK, and NRS, which is your favorite? NRS. Not really Sony. NRS. What's NRS? NRS.
SNK.
I know, like SNK Capcom, which is my favorite fighting games. Oh, I got it with Capcom. I love SNK, don't get me wrong. Like, I can name you my favorite. Like, I love King of Fighters 96. Most people would say King of Fighters 98. I'm a King of Fighters 96 guy. I love Real Bout Fatal Fury 2. That is my all-time Fatal Fury. Marco the Wolf comes to a close second, though. I love that game. Sam Show 2 is the perfect samurai showdown game. Last Blade 2. Oh, you can go Super Saiyan in Last Blade 2. I don't know. These are old games. I apologize, but this was my jam when I was a kid. So, Art of Fighting 3. The reason I call
Mortal Kombat.
Roberto.
Mortal Kombat.
Oh, Mortal Kombat.
I don't like Mortal Kombat.
I wasn't a fan of Mortal Kombat. But Capcom, man. Capcom had Darkstalkers. Capcom had Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter Alpha, Marvel versus Capcom, X-Men versus Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, like Dungeons and Dragons, like all these games, like Strider, Commando, Bionic Commando, the games that I love have to be Capcom.
It's Luigi. Yeah. Take one step and then again.
That's,
come on, find
that's,
go do
that's
the
John
Mario.
Leguizamo. That's John Leguizamo.
Oh gosh, John Leguizamo was the hottest Luigi. Whew.
I think I have to agree with that.
So
you're in Europe. Oh, if you live in the EU, check out Walt's Comic Shop.
Yeah. If you live in if for free shipping within the EU after your first order €40. However, I would assume that it would still be cheaper to pay for the shipping if you don't live in the EU as opposed to shipping across overseas. What is wrong with me? When I got my picture taken with John Leguizamo, wait, back up. What I told him,
you tell stories, Melanie.
What I told him was, I think he was a terrific voice actor, and he looked at me like nobody says that. Like it was a unique compliment. Like, yes, I got his attention. Secondly, why did I go off about Super Mario Brothers, the movie, and how amazing it is? He probably hated it. I don't know.
I think, he had a big problem with the new Super Mario Brothers movie. I can't remember what it was. I remember Amanda and I doing it.
The old had nothing to do with it.
No, he had a big problem not being included, maybe. I still think the first Mission Impossible is one of the best ones. I was slightly disappointed by Dead Reckoning, but I'm still excited for Final Reckoning. My favorites are Rogue Nation and Fallout. To me, that is a franchise that keeps getting better and better. I love those.
Metal Slug is so much fun.
Lacey and I love going through those. But I mean, Capcom also did, Breath of Fire. Remember Breath of Fire 1? You could sneak through a peephole to check out Chun-Li doing her kicks. Like, that was the secret.
Lydia likes. He's Cinco. Is that how you say your name?
Cinco, yeah.
Cinco.
Yeah, she's the Chinese vampire, right? The Chinese ghost that can't touch the ground.
No, this came from the Student of the Week banner still up. Tea Turtle, I believe, is the name of the site. It's like
Tea Turtle.
Yeah.
Y'all are mean.
Supposed to be the rainbow.
Who is picking on Bar now? She's always playing the victim. Melanie's correct. Super Mario Brothers is amazing. The best thing about Street Fighter is
amazing. I don't know about that.
The animated movie? Because heck yeah.
Heavy machine gun. Oh, you get mad when I steal the heavy
rocket launcher.
The rocket launcher.
Or
rocket launcher. Die in a second, but I want the rocket launcher.
No, you suck with those weapons. This is why we don't play Contra.
El martes jugamos contra.
El martes jugamos contra Argentina.
I say contra.
Los peruanos. Ay, Dios mío. Ojalá que podamos ganar. Porque mi padre que está en los cielos se va a amargar si no ganamos. Brian De Palma directed the best Mission Impossible. I think four's my favorite. 4 had what's her name too? The she was married to that guy Robin Thicke. Paula what is her name? She's a heck of a she's a good spy. She's a good looking spy. That's the only way I can word it.
Like for Superman, Omar, what would be the title thing they would slap on the DC Finest for 1986?
Man of Steel. You'd have to go. You would have to call it Man of Steel because that's what the relaunch was. It was the 6-issue miniseries Man of Steel, and then you ended up getting John Byrne on the 3 main titles. Yeah, that's the way I would do it. Soy de la Perla Alta. Oh, mi papá, Paula Patton. Thank you. Oh, Paula Patton. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
David Walt's Comic Shop. Like I said, the shipping would be a great deal if you live within the EU. If you live outside of the EU, still, I would just think that it would be cheaper than trying to get it shipped from like America or Canada or whatnot, right? I love Paula. What's her name? Paula Poundstone?
Couldn't remember.
Thank you, guys.
You're very welcome.
Well, now I'm gonna look her up.
She's a good spy.
Is your favorite Street Fighter or Street Fighter 2?
All-time favorite Street Fighter game? Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. I love that. I love Street Fighter 3 Third Strike.
Bar, I see why you like her.
You know what? She's got a type. I think
I
Bart
don't know.
had a type.
She reminds me of who plays Wonder Woman?
No.
Well, to me, I'm horrible faces.
All right. Let's
similar.
keep going with the chat here. Paula Patton, thank you so much. I live in the EU and the Czech Republic. Yeah, they do ship to you. When will Amazing Spider-Man Omnibus early volumes get reprinted? Which one's out of print? 2 came back, right? If only there was a place that I could look this up. You can see rips.
Newsweek Channel, that's a cool fact about Quentin Tarantino, like in the live-action Super Mario Brothers movie.
He also liked Joker too, so I'm
What?
Yeah,
Wow.
I don't know
I
about
don't know.
Quentin Tarantino anymore. You can see ribs. That is a bar type. Is that because the rib was borrowed from Adam to make a
What?
Just kidding.
It's hot women. Let's see. What comes out first? Ultra Force Epic Collection or Atari Force DC Finest? What?
Oh wow. Maybe Atari Force, honestly.
When will the Amazing Spider-Man Omni early volumes get reprinted?
Yeah, he was asking about that. I don't know. I don't know what's out of print. That's what I made the joke. If only there was a place online that I could. I think
last week we did.
We do a poll every year, and I think one of them made it last year,
Volumes
right?
1 and 2.
Volume 1 and 2. Oh, then those will probably come back to print. They probably will get voted on. Yeah. Can you go to James' question? Because this is ridiculous and sexist, but I'm willing to answer it for the sake of the show. Paul Patton, best to worst. Worst, like I'm kicking them out of. Haley Atwell is the Captain Carter.
Oh, okay.
Really, really, really beautiful girl. She's a good-looking spy.
The same age.
Yeah. Best to worst. This is wrong. What is wrong with you? This is ridiculous and sexist. I will answer though for the sake of study.
You've said that like twice now.
Okay, this is a lot of pressure. Like I have any chance with these women.
Out of all of them, who are you most attracted to?
Oh my goodness, that's hard too. It depends on the day of the week.
Okay, Saturday.
Salma Hayek.
There you go.
Okay, so Salma Hayek.
Yay, that's what I was hoping.
Oh man, Paula Patton, then Kat Dennings, then Haley Atwell. Oh god.
Wait, whatever. What if you take off your shirt and you're like
Haley Atwell, the one that kind of looks like my wife.
Tattoo of Salma Hayek on his chest.
Oh yeah, that guy's awesome. Salma, Haley, Paula, and Kat.
Raphael says, just give me an If-Man hardcover.
Forget those women. Give me an If-Man hardcover. I like the way this man thinks.
the black belt next to you. No, look. Yeah, look at this. People picking Salma first. Yay, that makes me happy.
It's hard not to. Wow.
Oh, man.
How's that, lady? My goodness.
Oh, look at Roberto. Okay, no marks.
There's a lot of scientific fact behind that statement.
Hey, Scott. Let's see. Logan said.
Haley, well, okay. Starting with Haley. Look at that, man. Okay. Somebody say Christy Alley?
Why? Fantastic Force or Force Works?
Force Works. Force Works.
Wait, but I missed your take off your shirt with.
Only if I have a Salma Hayek tattoo.
About to make these
what is the order to read Spider-Verse comics? I heard there were continuations for Into the Spider-Verse. Which one to start? So you read Spider-Verse. There is a series. Edge of Spider-Verse is what kicks it off. If you have the Omnibus, those are done in proper reading order. So you want to go Edge of Spider-Verse, then the Spider-Verse title, and then it's hard to be in trade paperbacks to map it because one thing leads into another. And then you have the Edge of Spider-Verse Volume 2, Edge of Spider-Verse Volume 3, and the new one is called Spider Society. So that's the last one. Yeah, they do a Spider-Verse every year. It can get a little confusing.
Mm-hmm. Bradley, thank you for the super chat. Can I show that one?
Oh my gosh. I love that series, man. Fighting crime in a future time. Dude. You see why Roberto Rodriguez's statement Okay.
Can we get a Cops cartoon
I
comic
think
series?
they did have a comic series when they were really, really at the top of the game. Okay. So I love this show. I saw some toys recently. We went to a toy shop and they had some of the toys still in their blister packs, like in their packs. And it brought back a lot of memories because I had like Bulletproof. I had oh my gosh, who's the guy with the machine gun in his chest? Trigger Happy? I can't remember. But I was a big fan of that show. Speaking about Spider-Verse, I really hope there will be I think there will be enough for a volume 2. Just
roll call. Aw, Pizza 33 admires how much you know about comics. Right?
Oh, I admire how much you know Spanish. Look at you, baby. And I like your Goku and Krillin.
Right. Get something nice and give her a chance. Any news on the reprinting Thor Epic Collections Volume 2?
Did it get voted last year? I don't know. This is a Saturday stream, you deviants. What's happening in the chat, Bar? Why is she yelling at people?
And
Star Wars Republic Volume 2. Man, that omnibus is thin. That came out the same week that Hulk by Donny Cates and
Chris.
Oh my gosh, Ryan Otley came out. And both of them are about the same thickness. ¿Alguien dijo en español? Have you read Doug Wheeler's Swamp Thing run? Everyone says it's terrible, so I'm assuming it will never be collected. I have. I don't remember it being terrible. I don't remember anything, so it was just there, really. Omar, Bart took my lunch money. Bart, why are you picking on these people?
And Josh is banning Ryan, banning his family, banning his cow. I don't have a cow.
I was about to make a joke, but I forgot this is the Saturday morning stream.
Which one of these would you choose to have come back as an ongoing series from where it left off of?
Age of Apocalypse, original 2099, the M2, wow, M2, the Dark Ages, Maestro, or Old Man Logan. Honestly, I'd be good with an Age of Apocalypse. I think there's a lot of potential there. And we kind of got a little bit of that in the Exile series. That's why I really like that series.
JT is confessing his sins to you. I was gone for close to 2 years, Omar. I got caught up in video games and stopped collecting collected editions. I'm so sorry.
All right, man. We'll take it out on your taxes.
That is from Mulan. Yeah.
Dishonor on you. Dishonor your family. Dishonor your cow. Hashtag. You remember, I don't know if my buddy, I know he used to watch, he's been watching us for a long time, but my buddy Alex is still in the chat. When Amanda was like, Mulan, the live action is going to do well. And I'm like, not if they don't have Mushu in it. And we started a movement, the hashtag release the Mushu cut.
Oh, that's where it came from. Man.
Super happy with Godzilla ROM Micronauts, but we need Shogun Warriors. Anyway, you think we could get that someday? Absolutely. Nothing is impossible these days. We have DC. This 2024, I was about to say, has been an amazing year. Has been a crap year for me personally, but it has been one of the best years for collected editions. DC versus Marvel, Omnibus, Godzilla, Micronauts, things we never thought would come out in omnibus format. It is insane. That got voted. That's in our top 20. I'm sure it will come. I think they'll probably re-release the first one first.
Do you have the schedule in mind?
I don't know if my brain is still there.
I started asking.
I do. I am. I know tomorrow I'm gonna do my haul video because I'm gonna film it today. I haven't done one in forever, and people reminded me. And then Monday I'm doing my Hellblazer by Jamie Delano, and Birthright. But I'm also interviewing the gentlemen that are putting together the pre-code Golden Age horror comics, the facsimile editions. They have a Kickstarter going on right now. And it was a lot of fun to talk to them. We've been talking for well over a month about doing a interview. So if you like horror comics, it'll be at 12 p.m. Eastern time on Monday here. 2 p.m. Eastern time. I'm sorry. Tuesdays, the Marvel trades, and Dom's doing an overview of the Justice League, DC's finest. And the Wednesday. I know we're bringing the Evergreen. We're doing the DC Absolute Evergreen. What top 10 DC Absolute Evergreen on Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time.
Oh, okay. So that means that we're going to Kimpo on Thursday then.
Okay. I know Amanda and I are doing Reels Talk on
show.
Friday instead of Wednesday because she's doing something on Wednesday, but we haven't decided what. It's been 84 years. That's not. I don't like horror comics. They scare me away.
Yeah,
Christian, you see a lot worse things in your trailer park, man. Quit joking like that. I don't even know if Ryan lives in a trailer park, by the way. Some of the things he says here. And there's nothing wrong with living in a trailer park. I've done it. And I'm sure some other collected editions. I just can't think. Yeah. So,
Caffeinated Comic Fans.
I am coming back to the Evergreen check because I missed the last one, and I have missed my friends. Hey, I live in front of a trailer park. Yeah, okay. Sounds like another marvelous and DC list. What do you want to see, Bar? What do you want to see?
Yeah, Extravaganza wants to see Matt Mike.
I do too, and that right now, Oddfell's going through some personal things, but I hope to have her back soon. Hoping for the best. I've been asked by a follow fan, is there any chance for Indiana Jones comics reprints? I mean, with Godzilla, G.I. Joe, Transformer, like all these things that are coming out, absolutely there's a chance. Yeah. It's called a mobile home community, not a okay, if that's how you identify it as, and that's what it is. The trailer park is my ancestral home. John, really?
Okay. Hey guys, I usually like to keep it light because life is tough, but if you could keep my mom in prayers, I appreciate it. It's been a hard couple of years and a real hard month. Thanks. Of course, Matt, because we want to help each other. We totally will pray for your mom.
I'm sorry, man. I hope it gets better, whatever's going on.
How is the new 52 Omnibus, both heroes and villains?
It's a mixed bag. I'll honest, a third of it is fun. I'm sorry, a third of it is solid reading. A third of it is fun, and a third of it is bad. And that's just my honest opinion. Some of the stories are good, but some of them have been collected, like in Jeff Johns' Green Lantern Omnis. Part of the was it War of the Lanterns, like some like the Sinestro story. The internet is to believe the Cops toy characters were designed for Hasbro by Bart Sears. Absolutely, I believe that. If you look at the toy, like the actual toy boxes or the blister packs, you can see it.
Ace of saying, "Hey Omar, I'm excited for the Aquaman by Peter David."
That's this month, right? December. Yeah, I can't wait.
And best two arcs of Jeff Parker's Red Hulk run. Is Hulk of Arabia good?
Oh yeah, both the Mayan storyline, the Hulk of Arabia run is good, and the Red She-Hulk story is good.
Mick, what happened? Why are you yelling at me? You're like a student who starts talking to me when I'm literally talking to somebody else.
Whoa, hey, why are you calling Bar out? Saturday morning stream. Recently, I heard Marvel consulted Godzilla -1 director. Surprisingly, Marvel have an American kaiju their own Godzilla. If it happened, what are your thoughts on the collab? So many rumors about it. Well, they do. They own the rights to a lot of the characters that showed up, like Red Ronin, right, in the Godzilla comics.
Okay, it's because I showed James's comment about Bar joining with you guys to talk about Arcane Season 2. And so Bar yelling at me to make it happen.
Bar, you gonna yell at my wife? You gonna invite yourself? I don't know. This ain't OmniDog's fault, man. This ain't the way it works. You got to get it approved by the council, and by the council, I mean Amanda.
Ian, thank you for the super chat. Hot take: DC is messing up compact comics by issuing cherry-picked titles instead of successive volumes. Successive volumes is what gets people hooked on manga. They should follow suit.
You mean like volume 2 of ongoing series? Is that what you mean? Like, because I see what you mean, and oh my gosh, they are doubling down. I really thought they were going to release like maybe 2-3 a year. There's like 14 titles that they've come out with already of the DC Compacts list. By the way, the DC I saw some confusion. DC Compacts, the digest size trades. DC's Finest is the trade paperbacks that are like epics. Yeah, I see what you mean. But I mean, some of the stories that they picked out make sense, right? Some of the stories they picked out are like Watchmen, Court of Owls. So you want to see like a continuation of Court of Owls because that's what gets people hooked on manga. Yeah, I can see that. But I think their way of thinking is like, okay, people are going to read these stories and then pick up the regular trade paperback of volume 2. They should do a Catwoman, for example, and then do like 10 volumes in a row. But and I'll be honest with you, I think I'm looking at it from a marketing standpoint, and I don't know if any of this is true, but I think the idea is let's get people hooked on a $9.99 price point of, let's say, Court of Owls, right? And then when people start doing research, well, where do we go from here? They can pick up the trade paperbacks of Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo's run. I think that's what they were trying to do, which honestly works in their benefit, right? They could sell a more expensive collection out there. But I don't know. Who knows? Who knows how big this line's going to be? Who knows if this line might be outselling regular trades one day, and maybe that's the way they're going to focus on.
You could just skip these here. Read One Piece.
Right. I love that Josh is like a fighter for One Piece. The #1 best-selling manga of all time. You're so base, Josh. Why can't you fight for something like, I don't know, my dear darling dress up, darling. I never hear you talk about that title. It's always One Piece this, One Piece that, Josh.
And James Omar are like, it's fine, they don't want to. Okay, they're yelling. I'm just letting you know.
Who is yelling at who?
Let's see. Robin says, I feel that it detracts normal comic readers from trying the medium. Then again, that's not
the purpose of these. Right, yeah.
Fight for Inhuman for Geo.
I don't even know how that fight would work. I think that's a losing battle. Maison Ikoku. Who said that? And Girl from the Other Side. Oh, another one, Project Viking. I love it. What's the next reading order video? Avengers, for example. I love that you threw Avengers in there. Mm-hmm. I mentioned it a little bit earlier. That's something I want to get back into. Dom's helping me handling a couple things on the channel. Like he's doing the DC's Finest, like deep. I'm doing the overviews of the DC's Finest when I get them early. And he's doing the deep dives into the actual content of the books. And I think it's worked out great. I see a lot of feedback for that. Can you ban Josh from life, not just from the stream? Just ban him. Get his mom to kick him out. NMC reading orders are the greatest of all time. Thank you. So I do want to get back to those. That's something that I want to do while he focuses on one aspect of the channel. So
can you clear up an issue?
Yeah.
There are 2 volume ones of Batman Brave and the Bold, volume 1. But one says the winning card. Folks say they're all different books, but Amazon just labeled it wrong.
Oh, that's a hard question because I need links. Because I don't. You're talking about Batman, like Brave and the Bold. The here, let me look real quick. What is it called?
Winning card, right there, the top one.
Okay, Brave and the Bold, the winning card. Oh,
ooh,
my
I like the cover.
Gosh, cool. That's not helping anything. Where's I hate the stupid algorithm. Give me 1 second. I'm just looking it up. You're not talking about the Mark Waid stuff. You're talking about the Tom King stuff, the winning card. Yeah, it's called Batman, the Brave and the Bold, the winning card. The trade paperback came out in April, right? Is that what you're talking about? There's a trade paperback edition of that on Amazon.
So what's this one?
That's issue number 1.
Oh, okay.
So they do sell individual issues through their Kindle app, and it gets confusing. Viva Perú, carajo! Gracias a Melanie por enseñando Omar a hablar inglés propio.
You're welcome.
I imagine that's the way you laugh, Jack Barry. Ew, Tom King. Yo, Tom King came to Ryan's trailer park and picked up all the chicks, and Ryan's mad. Took all his cousins with him. Did Mr. Claire? Ryan knows I like
Did Mr. Claremont ever come back to the X-Men run? And if not, did he say why?
Yeah, he came back. He came back twice. 3 times, really. To Uncanny X-Men, he came back twice. He came back during the Revolution era, and then he came back for the Reloaded era. I love my cousins. Tom King took them.
I think banning someone from life is considered murder.
I didn't say kill.
What do you guys think of Blade Runner 2099 upcoming TV show?
They're set in the 2099. I didn't know it was a thing, Master Bobby. I do like Blade Runner. I like the new movie too. Why does Tom King get so much hate? Just from Ryan because he took his cousins. We went over that. Rorschach.
I need to read Rorschach. I love
and
Supergirl.
his Supergirl were really good, but I haven't read anything
Mr.
else.
Miracle.
Why is he polarizing? I think it's a mix. Okay, here's the thing. Em, and anybody else that's watching. When it comes to Tom King, you see a lot of negativity about him through social media and even in comments. It doesn't matter. Everything he writes sells. It is the number one most and I'm not talking about by like a hair. I'm talking about by a freaking leap. It is the number one most requested DC omnibus, Batman by Tom King, which surprised me how many people voted for that as number one. So despite of how people feel about him, he moves books. And at the end of the day, that's what publishers want. So I don't know. To me, I don't like everything he's written. I've learned to like things that he's written because I take myself out of the continuity issue. Like I put things like Omega Man out of continuity. I put things like the Vision out of continuity, Mr. Miracle out of continuity, and put them and I enjoy their stories more as a standalone thing.
Oh yeah, the Visions, that was awesome.
But my problem, and that's why I enjoyed Matt Fraction's Hawkeye a little bit more the last time we did an old reader, new reader for it, because I take myself out of continuity. Because if I sit there and go, well, actually, Jessica Drew would never say that, or actually, Mockingbird wasn't around at that time, it's just too much, and I can't enjoy the books anymore. The other thing I think he does, I don't know because I don't really social media, but I've heard some people say, is he does, he gets sometimes into disputes with people that read his comics and don't agree with whatever he's writing. And maybe that's why some people don't like him. I don't know. So.
It's 102.
Oh my gosh, is it? Okay.
Rob's asked this a couple of times, so I just want to show this. How do you feel about Jason Aaron's TMNT run collected editions not following the same format as the other TMNT IDW collections in terms of size and issue amounts?
I can't speak for IDW, but I assume once we get enough of Tom King, dang it, Jason Aaron's run on TMNT, when we get like 24 issues in, we'll probably get them in a big oversized format. Because I mean, they're releasing the Armageddon game by itself as a deluxe edition, even though it's not deluxe. I think it's standard size. But they're also releasing it as part of the future volumes of I think it's gonna be part of 16 and 17. So yeah. But I just want to thank everybody for being here. Please don't forget to hit that like button on the way out. That means a lot to us. It's crazy that this Saturday live stream, has been going on for almost 5 years now, and people are still watching. Like to this day, it never ceases to amaze me that people still watch. Not as much as they used to, but I swear I'm not going to complain. I think the community has been wonderful to me. I'm never going to take it to the community post or go on social media to please watch my videos because I'm not making what I used to make. It's never going to be like that. I am very humble with the amount of views, the amount of interaction I have with you wonderful people. So thank you all for being here.
Aw, take it easy, Omarcito.
That's what my dad would call me, man. But you all enjoy your weekend. Thank you all. Thank you for making me forget about the crap that life can be for a while. That's it, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Take care.
Stay minty.